Hey, hey, y'all. How's everybody doing? What are my creative peeps up to? Hope everybody's having a good day. I have this piece right here I thought would be fun to paint. I did this a while back, but I wanted to do something a little bit different. Just come on here and just paint, just have fun, no pressure. Just I want to change this up a little bit. Just let me see. Just make sure you can hear me okay. See everything. I'm having to do everything on my phone today. And it already looks like it's not clear to me, but we're going to go with it. Got 3 doggies, got a fire hydrant and some flowers over here. We got this big, beautiful, bright sky. And when I look out the window right now, it's not bright and beautiful. It's one of them days. It's overcast, kind of trying to rain, but it hadn't rained yet. But let me see. I know that I need brushes. I got a few new brushes here I want to get out, get going. Sometimes you got old brushes, you just need to get rid of them. Get them out of the way. Let's see. And I'm going to start off with the background. If you come on here, say hello to me. Tell me what you're up to. Let's see. Let's get a little water on our brush. I think I'm going to go with this yellow background, but I'm not so sure I'm going to go that dark. See, our doggies are gazing in the background. I'm just going to go. I'll add a lot of white to my yellow. And just real lightly cover this. Well, speaking of dogs, there's my dog hair right there. Can somebody say hello to me so I can see if my comments are working? You can hear me just fine. I went ahead and drew this out on my paper. There's a little bit of a sea line in there. It looks like they're looking out over the water. Let me see. I think I'm gonna add a little more yellow down here at the horizon, so it'll be darker. I like to do these stop and do these little easy paintings. Paint sketches is what I call them. Something where you can just doodle, have fun. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with the, I got turquoise. I think this could use a little bit of that peacock teal. That's too light. Let me see. I don't see any other color. Wait a minute. I have Caribbean, which is more like the ocean. We could use that. Okay. Hey Terry, how are you doing? I see. You had that problem with cat hair? I know. Dog hair is good for getting in everything. Now my Yorkie, she doesn't shed, but my other big dog did. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's just go ahead and get a layer of paint down here behind the dogs, like there's water down here. I like to turn my work when I'm not working on an easel. I don't like working on an easel all the time. So I'm just using my water and thinning my paint and putting it in. I'm going to have a flower pot over here. I'm just going to go on down with it because, you know, when you look through a flower pot, you see the sky or what's behind it here and there through the flowers. So in case we have any of that going on, in fact, I can really just go on across here. Let's see, this doggie's white, so I don't want to get really a lot of blue on him. So let's get that wet. I'll take this out. So I am painting this little painting I did a while back. I did it on a small piece of canvas and I just wanted to do it a little bit bigger. So we're painting doggies today. And I wanted to change the sky around a little bit. So I am painting on mixed media paper. We're just playing today, nothing real fancy with canvas or anything like that. So I was thinking about, see, I got all kinds of clouds in here. I don't really like the way that back is, but I want my doggies, I want to do something kind of funky. So I'm thinking about making my sun like a big old flower in the sky. My dogs are daydreaming. They're enjoying the day. And I might do some little wisps like this. Just having fun. Might be look like first grade to you. Don't matter. Sometimes that's the best way to just start out painting. So we have our little rays from our flowers going out. Okay. And I'll get some of this orange out of here. Y'all, I need to spend a day and just clean out my paint caps so they'll let me get some paint out of them. I know y'all have that problem. So let's add a little bit of this orange in with these petals. Just a little bit. If I think that's too bright, I go back in there with my dry brush and take some out. Now I want some of this orange to kind of just go through the sky. Whoops, it's starting to run a little. That's the reason I got my paper taped down, because it's going to want to buckle some. I'm going to bring some more white in here. And kind of blend this a little bit. Okay, I gotta let that dry real good. Who knows, we might make a cloud. Let this dry real good. We might make a cloud that looks like a bone. What about making a cloud that looks like a bone? You know that's what doggies are daydreaming about. Treats. Gotta get our dog treats out. I hope everything's in focus, because I'm winging this. It's one of those days. I'm going to take some white and put it in here. Or we could have a bunch of little clouds that look like bones in the background. Well, I guess we can't have a dog painting without dog hair. Okay, I'm going to wipe this blue out. Because I want this doggy right here to be real white. And this one doesn't need a stripe of blue across its back. And I'm going to put some in right here. This one's all black, so I really don't have to worry about that one. These two are kind of snuggle beside each other. Okay. Now I need some red. Gonna need some red for our fire hydrant. I need some. This right here down here is really more like pavement, and they would be sitting on the sidewalk. You don't really see the sidewalk, so it's going to be more of a black gray color. Come out, come out. Well, there it is. This paint's so thick. Okay, we got that. Let me get one of my, use this brush right here. Let's go ahead and get this on in here. Mixing my paints over here so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm just thinning out my black. Taking it across. try and make a straight line and not make them look like they're going downhill or something. Okay, and I'm going to take a little bit of this blue and I'm going to put it in there too, just to make it a little cohesive with the rest of the painting. I'm just mixing it in there. There we go. So there's our pavement. And this, the little base over here is going to be a white. I'm going to take my white and a little bit of my black. Let's make a gray. Get some more white out. There we go. And this is going to be, it's going to be a pretty good pot. So it's going off the page. Let's make it look like one of those little concrete pots. So I'm going to go with a dark gray, and then I'm going to come back in, whoops, and put in some highlights. Okay, I'll let that dry. We can go ahead. We could go ahead and since we're using the black, let's just go ahead and get our little doggy right here and put him. He's all black. Might need to get my other brush for this. We are in one of those moods of changing brushes today when we paint. Where is my, there it is. I had it in the water. So this little guy, we're going to make him all black. We'll go ahead and get a base coat on him. Now he has a little white spot right there. So let's just, and he has another one on this little leg right here. Go ahead and put it in. And he's got another great big one here on his back side. Okay, that's good. We let that dry. Let's add a little bit of this black with our red. And let's go ahead and do a coat on our fire hydrant. I'm going to leave some lines. I'm not going to do it all totally coated yet. We're just getting started. Okay. Now, let's get the brown out. I'm going to use this nutmeg. Hey, Joni, how are you doing? I actually see something. And I'm doing everything from my phone. My internet's wacky today. So I hope this phone is showing up too. How are you doing today? I see it. Yay. Okay. Let's use this brush right here. I've got these angle brushes out. I'm going to start bringing in some little swipes for his long, say he's a long, shaggy hair dog. Kind of get him started. I'm just going to squiggle him in here real quick. This is the way I paint. The madness to the way I do my painting. I know everybody has their own way of doing stuff, but when you watch, you'll pick up your way of doing art the way you want to do it. Okay. Now he has brown ears up here, but they kind of stay. Okay, we'll come back in there and put some more depth in his hair and all that. So I need to put another coat of white paint. Let's get some fresh white out on our other dog, our Dalmatian. And I'll use this round brush. Oh, I got too much on my paint. Well, I got a paint glob. I'm just gonna just staying in my lines. It doesn't matter if I go outside of them. We're gonna take our Sharpie and scribble over him. At the end. So if anybody paints any doggy pictures, post them in the comments later. You can use this one if you want to. I'll take a picture of it and put it in the comments, and then you can how you capture it, and you can print it off from your phone. Okay, now this guy's got little white ears over here, so let's put some white in. Go ahead and get our base white on there, right there. They're daydreaming about treats. Has anybody gone to the beach lately? It's that time of year. I'm going to put a spot right there. There's a spot right here. There's another one right there. I missed. And put the black in right here where his little hind legs start. And go back in here and do another coat of black. I'm going to scratch in some white so I can make some highlight in this black. So it's just not a solid black color. It's like, you know how black, you'll see highlights in it. So we want that. Just these little touches will make little fun paintings like this look a little more interesting. Oops, I got some orange in that one. I'm real good at doing that. Let me sharpen up this edge right here a little bit. There we go. So you might have a little highlight on this shoulder on this side. We'll scrub it in. Okay, he's got a tail back here too. I'm gonna take a little bit of this white, some of that gray. I don't have a tail. Well, I guess I do have a tail, it looks like, in there, but this tail would probably be coming up. I'm gonna do it at an angle right here. See how I didn't make it real dark. Now the tip of it, let's give him a little white tip right there on his tail. And you can see it. Let's put a little gray over there. Let me wipe my brush off, get some paint out, and mix it with some white. Let it get whiter as it comes to the outside part of the leg. I'm going to do the same over here. I'll split a little bit of, make this like, it's got high and lows in it, the spots. Well, I'll keep trying to get a little bit of black, but not too much. Let me go over here to this gray. Just kind of swipe it in there. Okay. Now these ears would be the same way back here because the sun wouldn't be touching the back of the ears. It'd be darker back here. We can make it. It doesn't have to be just straight up. The blending, it can have like a shape to it. Then that way the ears don't look so flat. Come back in here where the sun would be touching and it'd be light. Okay. So we almost got one doggy in here. Let's go to this dog. Okay, I need a darker brown. Let's see, there looks like there's a little red in him too. There's black in him too, so let's bring some stuff. Of course, at the top of his head, got too much on my water on my brush. Let's mix the light and the dark. And let's start with a shadow between his ears and kind of work our way down. And we'll add a little more of this color back on. Let's put a little bit of black up there. And I'm just kind of scrubbing it out. This dog does have some red in him. Let's go ahead and put that in. Let's just put some big, bold stripes, wisp in it. Maybe put some in here. Then we're bringing all the colors in that's in here into his hair. I mean, you might even see a little bit of yellow up here in it. Let's get a little bit of this dark right here. Just make him fluffy, you know. And we'll get a little bit darker because this is his back. Just kind of imagine where his hair, how his hair might fall. Get some more, and we'll take the two browns and mix them together. See, my paint's real translucent, so you're getting all these different textures in here. When I use all the water, in fact, when this dries, I can go back in and even add more shadow. Okay, there's our second doggy. Let's see, I need a little bit more. Okay. Now our white. One thing with white, you got to make sure you really got your paintbrush cleaned out. I'm gonna go over to this cleaner water here. I'm probably shaking the table doing that. So if you like painting little stuff like this, let me know. I do have paint classes that will be opening May 1st, and we will be doing a lot of these little paintings, and then we'll be doing some mixed media. Let me show you. We'll be doing mixed media, like Mother Owl is the first class for Mother's Day, and she's got all kinds of paint techniques. There's pasting involved. There's I use, what do you call it, modeling paste in here, stencils, anything and everything. That's our first class, Miss Mother Owl, and they start May 1st. The door will be opening, and we will have class. And we'll do a project monthly, and I'll probably be doing little drawings like this here and there. But I already have a library started, and you can maybe find something else to keep you busy after you do a project. I'm going to take this orange and set it in right there. for right now. You know, I could put a little bit of orange in her hair too. Okay, let's see, the black one. Okay, you see there's a little bit of shading in our white doggy. I'm going to take my gray again. I got a little bit of orange in it, but that's okay. And I'm filling up my palette. And I'm going to put some right behind the head here. Maybe a little over here. I'll put some right in there. And I'm going to go down this side. Now, you see, I'm making real, you can really see this compared to what I did over here. Well, I don't know. I'm really stroking it on heavier here. There might be a little bit right there. So then I'm going to come back with my white, and I'm just going to blend it in. Take out the harsh lines on the side. You kind of have to work pretty fast, because if it starts drying, like it's drying right there, it might not mix. But I sort of like the way that worked out right there, so I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to worry about trying to get it darker. There's something how it's raining outside and my paint's drying really fast all of a sudden. Get some white here. This dog has a tail that comes up right here. This one, because she's so shaggy, I'm just going to make, like, take my black. I want to make, let's see, just a black line here. And I'm going to come along with the brown and go down beside it. So it looks like there's something there. It's like your eye's telling you there's something there, but it doesn't really look like a tail. That one would probably be a lot bigger. Let's make it a little bit bigger. There we go. So, what we got next? Let's put some highlights and shadows on our fire hydrant right here. So there would be like under everything that steps, everything that just goes down, like there, you would see darkness right here. Let me get some red. Make some red and black again. Get a little bit darker. Oh, and I have my paper taped to canvas. Just a small piece, 11 by 14 canvas. That way when it buckles up, you know, and then I can move it around. Since this is not something that I'll go in here and put in a little bit darker line right there. Of course, we want a little bit darker line right there. We got this crazy cap up here. Let's just even though my shadows aren't really all in the right place, let's put shadow back on this side, just because it's going off the page. We'll come back in here and we'll put red, bright red. Just bring it on across. Since this is the top over here, let's really make it red looking. I'm gonna make this side real red. Add a little more water to my brush. Alright, let's do a little down through here, a little up through here. Since it's got all those little grooves in it, we'll take some red and a little bit of our white. Let's mix it. Let's go up to a little bit higher tone right there. I'm going to dry brush this up through here. And I just start building the depth of the fire hydrant. Now I can come back in. Let's see, let's put a little more water on my brush. Add a little bit of red to that water. Bend it down. Let's put a little more color in there. I want to take the red, kind of carve out a little bit. These don't have to be perfect. It's just that look. I'll add a little more white right here. Okay, I'm going to add some of this red that's on my brush in my sun a little bit. Just kind of dry brush it in there. So we were talking about making one of the clouds. Let's see. Maybe make a cloud. Maybe, or should I do a bunch of little bones? Like we could do. Let's just see. Like all these little shapes that look like bones in the sky. Maybe do a big one. Let's do one right there. Some of them are small, some of them are little. We can come back and make them even lighter after they dry. So they don't have sugar plums. What is that? Crazy Christmas story, they're dreaming about dog bones dancing around in the sky. This would be cute on a dog placemat. I might have to make my dog a placemat with this. I have a Yorkie that will not eat out of a bowl. And let's see, what do you need to do to get on the wait list? You go to my page, and on my page is this picture. And when you click on it, it'll send you over to get into the group. Or you can message me, since the group's not open till the 1st, you can message me and let me put you on the list. And as soon as the doors are open, I can send you the link. But that's how you can get into the class. Okay, I'm just gonna keep putting white paint on. Y'all know how when things dry, they either go lighter or darker. Since this is white, it's gonna go lighter with a dark color underneath it. So they got little bonies in the air. Okay. We got to work on the flowers over here. So our flower pot's got just some little stuff going on. Let's go ahead and make our flower pot. I'm gonna take some white. Here we go again, and make us some gray up. Today's all about black on white and gray, it seems like. And get this mixed up. I might add a little bit of that orange in there. So our pot does have a lip. Let's just paint a lip on it. Let it overhang a little bit. Okay, now it does have like it goes in right there. And then it comes out right here. So I'm going to take some of this and just whisk it through there. And I'm drying my brush off. I'm going to get some of this white. And I'm going to put it on the lip. And I'm going to go down and kind of sculpt it out. You know, it's round right here. And then it goes in. And then it's got a little pedestal underneath there. I'll take my black. And right here, bring in some shadow and bring some more shadow in right here underneath that lip. I'm just going to kind of feather it out. And that way it looks like a pot. If I don't like if that's too dark, I can thin it with water on my brush. Or I'll add a little bit more right here. And let's swipe across the lip again. Put a little more highlight right there. And maybe right there. And we need some green. Let's see, what color green do we need? Let's see, we got shamrock. I need something kind of Christmassy green so it's gonna stick out. Well, we'll just use this leaf green. I don't need too much of it. Okay. And I'm just gonna kind of model, it's falling over the edge here. It's kind of going up like that. I got some right here that's falling over the edge. And we'll take some of this dark brown and mix it with that green. And because you'll have shadows in here. Just kind of take it on off the edge over there on the tape. Just scrubbing it. And we're going down like that. Okay. And I get my smaller brush here. We're gonna just take our red and put some flowers in here. Right. See how you can take and make scrubbing with your brush just look like colors in a pot. I should brought some of it over this side of the pot too. Just put a couple of them down here. I'll bring some green paint here. Maybe put one right there. And then you can take the yellow and the green. We can just really start. You can make some little things that gesture like leaves, look more like leaves in there. Water running down the side of my brush. I'm just using the green and the yellow to highlight right here. If I don't watch it, I'll just keep going and going. So see how that looks real with the different shading in it? It's, even though it's not real, it just adds to it. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of this. Let me clean my brush out real good. I'm going to take some of this dark brown. And I'm going to thin it down with some water. I want to come back in here again. This is kind of like glazing, just giving it another layer of color. Okay, so we about got our little guys finished. I want to straighten up this line a little bit down here. Make it a little more definite. Some of my other paint had gotten onto it. Now we can make it darker where their rear ends are at. Okay, I'm just kind of dry brushing, scrubbing it in. There we go. Let's see. It needs a little bit more right in here. I'm thinking about maybe bringing in a little bit of the blue, a blue wash now. Let me get my brush real clean again. I'll have to start putting out more water than I do. This carabine, I kind of want to see if I can get some of it in the sky. I got to do it real easy because I don't want it to look green, which it could go green if I didn't watch what I was doing. No, I think I like that better. And I'm going to add a little more darkness for the sky. Meets. Okay, now we got to put our spots on our little Dalmatian. Get my little brush and we'll get our Sharpie out. We'll have to dry it real good and just randomly stick spots. Some need to be bigger than the others. Like he's got a little bit bigger one here on his ear. A couple of them go off right there. I don't want too much water in my brush because I want these to be heavy. I don't want you to see through the spots. So he's got some on his neck here. And we don't want him to look like a moo cow either, so we gotta be careful. Although some of them can, or those Dalmatians that are those big white Dalmatians, they get some pretty big spots. Let's put one on his leg here. And they're not exactly round, you know. Put a couple on his tail. We might could put one at the end of his tail. Cup right in here. Put this like that one a little bit bigger. Some of them can be a little bigger. Just don't go too big. I'll put some right in here. And there's our little guy. He's got these little tiny ones all over him too. So you can put a few little, just barely tiny little dots here and there. Okie dokie. That's it. I think that's all we'll do for him. And we'll dry it. Okay, to finish him off, I can either take my Sharpie, and I don't know if my Sharpie's going to work, because Sharpie does not like to work on wet paint. If it's too wet, it might. So I want to just go in here and make some squigglies. Might define some of the flowers. I might make leaves. Just give it a little more interest. Okay, this doggy, I'm going to outline him. When I outline, I don't outline the whole thing. I just try to do it real free. If it goes outside the lines, that's okay. This is just like personality here. Give our little guy some attitude there. This one I want to kind of get some movement here. Try to work real fast. Don't stop and think about it. Just scribble it on out. So this guy, he's just got a little head right there. This little ear goes in right there, and that. Just bring him on down. His legs go like that. Okay, the top of this thing's got like a ball and it, a little sunflower thing in it. I mean, you can do some little squiggles in there. You don't have to do exactly what you think it looks like. It just, whatever your hand tells you to do. So I might even scribble my initials right there. Now, let's see, I think we're almost there. This little guy needs some more. Might put some lines in here. Now you can go in and make some faint lines with your bones if you want to. Well, let's just go ahead. Kind of give the outlines. We know this one's smaller. Like they're just floating in the air. This is our sun. I don't know that I want to do all that, but so they're just dreaming. This little guy's got to have some hair on top of his head. And see how all of a sudden your piece it becomes animated. Let's do some lines out like that. And show something going on here with the horizon. And there we go. So I think he turned out cute. I think the doggy bones are cute on the inside. Right in here, instead of just I had a big cloud right here. But another thing you can do is always take an old painting that you've done in the past and then try to come up with something new for it. Drag it back out if you don't know what you want to do, but you want to get your paints out and try redoing one of your old paintings over. Let's put some. I want to put some wiggles in here too, and you can just keep on going to your heart's content. So, like I said, I got classes that are starting in May 1st, and if you like my style of painting, the way I teach, I try not. I stick to just telling you what I'm doing. I don't do a lot of carrying on conversation. That's me. When I get to creating, I just can't talk that much. But like I said, May 1st, we're doing this Mother's Day. It's already recorded and it's in the library. And all you have to do is when you get in there, just hit guide. It'll take you over there to the teaching. I got several tracings for different sizes of this, and all the material list is there too. And that's it. And I'll be back tomorrow, probably tomorrow night. I've got to clean windows. I got a lady coming tomorrow, but tomorrow night we'll try to do some more doodling. And have a good one.